So a couple things on this before we move on with Paige and Swerve. Jeff Jarrett is 57 or 8 years old. Famously had Ric Flair's last match. Whatever. And Billy Gunn is 60 and looks as good for a 60-year-old man that can be an AARP member as anybody on the planet. But AEW, one of the criticisms of AEW, and this is a criticism that I will launch and I will defend, is I call it mismanaging their resources. You have 200 wrestlers on the roster. You are leaning on Jeff Jarrett and Billy Gunn. So Madusa, as a veteran, as somebody who's got a lot of experience, because you all have about 40 years in the business, let's be honest. How do you feel about leaning on veterans rather than using, I don't know, one of your other 198 people on the roster?
That's a great question. And I think it's fair. As much as I would love to be used still in this business in some capacity, if it's manager or going in there and still swift kicking somebody, I mean, it is for our younger talent. But it's up to the management and the creative team to have good stories, to create a good story. And I feel that if we bring back talent, older talent, veterans, I think it's good. I think it's a good way to catapult something if they need. I mean, look at Paul Heyman. He's been around forever and he's still doing his job very well as a manager. So Jeff Jarrett he has, just a tongue of gold and he can just cut off a promo like nobody else. And I mean, those two there alone have so much talent in just their pinky, they probably could out wrestle a lot of the other kids there. But it's not by the kids' fault. The kids need time. They need space on there. They need storylines. But I think if we could use one of the vets, use them both, use them all, whoever you have, use them in some type of storyline to start building it. And then slowly they move out. And that's how you build talent. Maybe you take these vets back and then build another creation with another team while these guys are building in some different format, or maybe you have different vets come in and do that. You've had, like Natalia, she's been there for a long time. And basically we have seen her help talent go back to NXT, have great matches, build what they're building and, make the program a success. And Natty's fantastic. She's, a good person, a great wrestler, and she loves what she does. And she loves giving back and helping the kids. So that's how I see any veteran. There's always a place for a veteran, because if you don't have the wisdom and the knowledge and the will from the vet to want to help, you don't have the full ingredient to make the pie.